All right, Clay, why don't you make some opening comments for us, please?
I'm going to start off by thanking our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and a bunch of great kids for being the definition of fight on. The entire second half, I never saw one kid let up, one kid not quit fighting, and just down the stretch, just make play after play after play. Great college football game. A lot of appreciation for Coach Kelly and the job that he's doing with his team. That's a very well-coached team, and they played their hearts out tonight. I've had some special memories in this stadium, but this year in 2020, with this team, that's about as special as it gets. With that, we'll answer any questions that you got.
Okay, we'll
guys, keep yourself on mute, please.
Okay, we will start with a question from Pete Arbogast.
Coach, a fantastic game from every standpoint, from yours and from ours up, where we lost our voice and we're still wondering how it all happened. And it takes some time to figure that kind of thing out. But I do want to talk about the running game because it was better tonight. And Vi Malapai in particular, he gets over 100 yards in key situations. You were able to run the ball just enough to keep him off balance, I thought.
Yeah, Pete, Levi, I thought stepped up huge. And 19 carries, 110 yards, averaged 5.8 against a really good defense, a defense that we thought was extremely much improved from last year and ultra aggressive. But I thought he made the tough yards, especially in the red zone. I thought he did, and the offensive line did a terrific job. Offensive line wise, also, I have to say, did a nice job of holding up in pass pro too. We threw the ball a lot tonight, 47 times, and I thought they gave the time that Kedon needed to be successful.
Sean Cody.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Obviously, Coach, a big one here. Tell me what you learn about this team. You find a way to pull it out at the end, and this team has done it all year. 3 games really where you pulled it out at the end. What do you learn about the fight in this team? Yeah, I knew if we just had one more opportunity that they would make something happen. That's who this team is. And as soon as we called timeout on after third down of UCLA, and there was 52 seconds left, I thought to myself, it doesn't matter if they make this or not. We're gonna, there's an opportunity there for our guys. And it started with Gary Bryant. To be honest with you, we finally got a pitch to hit in the kickoff return game, and what a big play that was to get it across the 50. And what an unbelievable check by Kedon on the next play to TV to send him deep. It made me nervous on the fade, but he's got the courage of a damn lion. It's on the RPO. It was fun to watch, but that's how we played, and what a terrific job by the guys. Again, third game this year, they've won on the last drive.
The comments of Clay Helton.
Okay, we'll go to Rashawn Haylock. We're going to limit to one question per person, please.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. You mentioned it with Gary. Your thoughts when you see him, catch and receive and return that one out, leave the end zone to return that one?
Yeah, it was the first time that the ball didn't go over his head. And as soon as the kid kicked it, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to have a shot here. And we were in a situation where we needed to take every shot we could. So Gary was bringing it out and did a fabulous job. Our kickoff return team, our special teams have just been phenomenal this year. And that return really set up that drive. It made it a lot easier to call plays. I mean, if you start on the 25-yard line with 52 seconds, that's a lot different than being already past the 50. So we were able to get aggressive and dial up some man coverage on that because of that. I bet you if we're on the -25, you're seeing a ton of zone. But after getting across 50, they went ahead and played man, and Kedon and TV hooked up.
Ryan Karchi.
Hey, Clay. Obviously, the defense seemed like it had a few mistakes in that first half, especially with missed tackles and just some general sloppiness. What was the difference, especially coming into that second half, that led them to make so many big plays down the stretch?
Yeah, I thought we calmed down a little bit, Ryan. One of the things I really admire about Coach Kelly is his creativity. In every game, you're going to get some sort of unbalance, some sort of option. You just don't know what formation it's going to be out of and how he's going to run it. And, the first 4 or 5 series in the game, he kind of had us on our heels. And, I credit T.O. He came in very calmly at halftime. Said, guys, this is what we got to do. These are adjustments and just play better, make our plays. And we're in position, and we missed some tackles against some talented players. In the second half, there were some huge plays. I can't thank Talanoa enough for just a huge momentum play on the pick that allowed us to set up another score. So, I thought we came in at halftime, Ryan, just to answer your question, said, we just took their best shot. We're not playing great ball right now. Let's flip the switch. Let's play our brand of football and fight for 30 minutes and see what happens. And it took all 30 to get it done.
Antonio?
Kedon, could you just walk us through your mindset on that final drive?
Yeah, it started out with great field position. Obviously, with no timeouts, you have to just be wary of the clock. But Coach said on the sideline, if you see man, check it. So we checked a shot to Tyler first. And obviously, I overthrew him earlier in the game, so I just want to give him a chance. He made a spectacular catch. And then on the goal line, we saw man again. We had a run called, but I checked it over to Amon-Ra too, and that worked out for us. Probably give Coach Helton a bit of a tough time, but sorry about that, Coach.
That's okay.
It worked out for us. So
let's go to Dan Greenspan.
I know you'll do it again.
Hey, Clay, this is for you and Kedon. It seemed like the Drake London touchdown, catch and run, really gave the team a lot of life when maybe there wasn't a lot of energy. Just what did that play do in terms of maybe waking you guys up in that first?
Yeah, Drake's a special player, and that play was, gosh almighty, it gave you a heart attack when the ball went up in the air, that he caught it, and it just looked like a damn horse carrying people into the end zone. But yeah, it really got the emotion up. It allowed us just to relax for a second and take a deep breath. There were a bunch of big plays in this game, and that one really started us off. So credit to him. Phenomenal play.
And Kedon, did you feel the same sort of injection of energy?
Definitely. I felt offensively we were actually not playing terribly, but we just didn't have any juice to us. So that definitely helped. I thought at halftime too, after we let up a score, I think especially then that was kind of the turning point for us offensively. I thought we got a surge of momentum, even though we got a score against us. We kind of felt the pressure to score kind of got us going a little bit.
Thanks, guys.
Ryan Young.
For both players, how much did the experiences from the Arizona State and Arizona games come into play tonight and just kind of maybe put you all more at ease knowing you've been through this 2 times?
Definitely just got to stay patient. I guess, the time's running down and you gotta understand, you gotta have confidence and stuff. And we have confidence in our offense. We just had to get a stop and force a field goal at the last series. And at the end of the day, we gotta make things happen. And so as a defense, we came together and we got to make adjustments. But at the end of the day, great offense made plays at the very last series to get a win. So we just wanted to do our best to get out there and get a W.
Right. I feel like at this point, we've been through that situation so many times. I feel like everyone's kind of has their cool and, it just has that experience from those other games. It really helps. This is probably the most difficult situation we've had time-wise, but now the guys seem phased, and that definitely helps when you're in that pressured situation.
Lauren Marola. Lauren Marola.
Guys, congrats on your win. There seemed to be a lot more momentum and rhythm in the past game coming out of halftime. So I was just wondering what adjustments you made there.
I'll be honest with you, we were dialing up the same plays. We did have a couple specialty shot plays that I thought Graham did a great job with. I thought The double move play to TV for the touchdown, which was an incredible throw and catch, was one that we were saving. And Graham, I thought, called it at the ideal time, and that kind of sparked us again. So I just thought, personally, I just thought, like King said, we executed better, especially in the red zone. The one thing I'll look back on this night was having 2 turnovers and coming away with no points, because that was hurting us and getting us a little bit behind from a score standpoint, especially when UCLA was moving the ball so effectively. So just execution, to be honest with you. I thought we executed better in the second half.
Kyle Bonagura.
Hey, Clay, you maybe already knew this, but the Pac-12 announced that Washington would be the opponent, and if they can't play, it would be Oregon. So how do you structure the week of practice with one opponent as the on the schedule, but knowing that they had some COVID issues this week, that there's a decent chance that it'll be Oregon replacing them?
Yeah, Kyle, we just got done with it. To be honest with you, this was a short week for us, so the kids got a feel for what it is to for it to pop on you pretty quick. The only difference here is we're going to have to prepare for 2 teams. Well, probably Washington and Oregon obviously are preparing for us. So, we'll take a nap tonight, get up really early in the morning tomorrow, and go back to work. But this was a short week going Sunday to Saturday, a Sunday and then a Saturday game. Now we got a Saturday with a Friday game, and what a great opportunity. This is where we wanted to be at the beginning of this, is put ourselves in for a chance to win a championship. And so proud of the kids, and we'll make up every opportunity. We said anytime, any place, anywhere. And we're fortunate. We're glad that we're home. We're glad that we're in the great city of Los Angeles, and we'll see who we get, and we'll go put the ball down and play.
Adam Grossbart.
Kedon, Talanoa, you've had some wild games this year, but just in regards to this one, did it make it more noticeable that there weren't fans in the stands as you're doing this comeback against UCLA?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been here before with fans, so Talanoa could probably give you a better answer. But I thought that definitely in the second half, our sideline energy definitely contributed to the energy and momentum on the sidelines. But T will probably give you a better answer.
I got to piggyback on him. I think the energy from the sideline really helped us. Even I haven't even played here in a full stadium full of fans. I've been here, but just wasn't able to contribute. But this time we just had to stay focused. We knew what our task was at hand, and we just got to come in here and make our plays. And we got to give glory to God for this one, because He helped us push through and come out here and just make sure we get a win at the end of the day. So
Let's jump to shotgun.
Clay, maybe Kedon as well. This offense, why does it seem like when it gets its back against the wall, it seems to be at its best? Come out and get down a couple points, and suddenly things start clicking.
Yeah, any time second, I think you can put up 43 points on that defense. We had a lot of respect for them coming in, especially their pass rush, the things that they had done in the past couple of games. We watched them versus Arizona State, who we feel like is a pretty good offense, and what they did against them. So we had a lot of respect coming into this game, but credit the kids, and you said it. Anytime that we feel like our backup is up against the wall, playmakers, vets make plays. I'll never forget TV's catch and throw. I'll be 80 years old, and I'll remember that play because it's one to have the courage to check it and make that throw in that time, but TV making that play. I've always thought great quarterbacks shine when the game's on the line, and I've watched number 9 in 3 situations just do what championship quarterbacks do, and he's done it against this league now his whole career. I think he's 12-1 now as a starting quarterback in this league, so he's doing a phenomenal job.
Just to add on, I don't want the narrative to be that the offense really didn't play well, because I think that the offense actually did a good job in the first half. That was kind of my play that kind of held us back. If I, play like it did in the second half and the first half, it's kind of a different outcome. So, those guys around me really did play pretty well in the first half. I just had to clean up my play for us to end up scoring.
Okay, we have 3 more hands up, and those will be our last 3 questions. We'll start with Ryan Karchi.
Talanoa, we talked a lot about where the offensive turning point was, but defensively, how would you describe the vibe of the defense on the field, especially in the first half, and where did things start to really change for you guys?
We just had to come in and make adjustments. You know, our coaches preaches no excuses, just adjustments. Come out here and make plays. We had a rough first half, and we got to acknowledge, we got to give credit to a great UCLA offense that comes out here and does a lot of different things. We kind of call it an exotic thing because they line up in all these different formations. But, you know, I give a lot of credit to them because they had a great first half. But we just had to come out here in the second half and make these adjustments, make these key simple fixes that can ultimately help us win this game and ultimately just give our offense a chance. And when you put the ball in the hands of guys like number 9, guys like number 2 and 8, great things will happen.
Let's go to Ryan Young.
Building off that for Clay and Talanoa, obviously some defensive breakdowns, some missed tackles, but also some timely turnovers, some big plays in the backfield, the 4th down stop. What do you see as the identity of this defense at this point in the season?
You know, Ryan, I thought, you know, the last couple of games we had played really, really good defense, to be honest with you. And, you know, in this game was not going our way early and some self-inflicted wounds. You know, I thought the tempo that Chip used in this game, he did a very nice job with. I thought formationally with unbalanced, the things he was doing out of unbalanced and the special emotions he was using, being able to put wide receivers in the backfield. You know, our guys had to make adjustments to it, and it took a little bit of time. You know, I will say that I know the first thing T.O. is going to talk to him about is being in positions to make plays and make tackles, and we didn't do that as well in the first half, and that led to points. But then I go back and I think of the 2 interceptions that we get that were just absolutely huge, and the 1 fumble. You know, the 3 turnovers probably were getting those 3 turnovers were the difference in the game, to be honest with you. So that's 11, I think, in 3 games now. Our defense has created, and if you give our offense those opportunities, there's going to be points on the board.
Okay, we'll finish with Antonio.
Clay, Drake Jackson had a couple big stops tonight. What were your thoughts on his game, and were you surprised UCLA was leaving him unblocked so much?
You know, I thought T.O.'s done a nice job of moving him around. I mean, you see him, you know, on both edges, sometimes a strong side, sometimes a weak side. Sometimes you see him at Mike linebacker matched up on the back. And we're moving that kid around because he's a special talent and he's hard to block. And I thought he made some tremendous plays and really not only in the pass game, but in the run game. You go back and watch that tape and watch some of the negative yardage plays he had in the backfield in the run game. He was a big part of getting things turned around for us. So 99 is a special player. He really is. He's one of the best in the country. And T.O.'s doing some nice things with him.
All righty, Coach and Kedon and Talanoa, thank you for joining us in here. Media, thank you. Just a quick note to everybody, because of the Friday game, our practice schedule will be changed this week. So we will be canceling tomorrow night's Clay meet or Zoom call, and I'll send out tomorrow a revised media schedule to you. All right, and with that, thank you all.